Hey guys, it's Jeff and Rosie Masters. We are Young Living Silver Leaders, and we were asked to kind of tell our story, how we got in the business, and why Young Living. So I think it's a great story. Jeff and I have spent our entire life, 28 years of marriage, in the military.
Going on 29.
Yeah, going on 29. So we met in the Marine Corps many years ago. And I think that's pertinent to why Young Living, because Jeff and I come from a background of empowering ourselves and others. We come from a background of being taught self-sufficiency, to take care of ourselves. And so I think as we got older and we started having some serious health issues, I mean, an ER trip for me after I came home from Afghanistan, I had some issues and I was searching for answers. And my husband actually is the one that introduced me to essential oils through a podcast, a survival podcast. And so, you know, that led us to that type of alternative medicine and looking at holistic ways for wellness and longevity. And unfortunately, like most people, we fell into the trap of going to the grocery store or the health food store, and we picked up the wrong stuff. And of course, they weren't effective. So thank goodness a good friend introduced us to Young Living through a class. And once we got in and got the research and started having some results, that's why we determined Young Living was the company for us. So, I mean, Jeff, did you feel like once you started the Young Living products that you had an awakening?
Oh yeah. Like she said, you know, we got into it first because we were interested in becoming more self-sufficient on certain things, and that's kind of ingrained in us in the military, anyways. Also, because again, like you said, you're looking for alternative sources of possibly holistic medicine, stuff like that. And the other thing was, I kind of wanted to get away from using any kind of pharmaceuticals as much as possible. Not to say that we'll never use them, but if I don't want to just make that the first thing we run to. And because you know, we've had some family and we've known some people that had drug addictions, so I got real leery about medicine and whatnot as far as some of the dangers of it. But anyways, that was a big reason. Then once we started, we had our own personal experiences, and that really sold us as far as Young Living and their products. Right. We tried some other ones, and we just didn't get the same experience. Obviously,
right?
These products work. And anyways, because of the fact they worked, we started sharing and to basically telling our story to other people. You know, like, hey, this is a real deal. You know,
right.
And then to go along with that, you know, on the business side, I was interested in the fact that since she was interested in starting the business side of it, and so, you know, obviously the tax write-off was a key factor for me. You know,
absolutely,
on top of all the other stuff. So.
Right. I mean, the United States laws for small business owners are huge for a tax benefit. And we had talked about that years before, that we really needed to find a tax write-off. And so I kind of organically started sharing. And actually, a lot of times at classes and stuff, people were seeking out Jeff. There's not as many men attend some of these classes as the women. And when they found that Jeff carried his own oils, his own supplements, they were asking him questions. You know, what was working for him.
How do you use them?
Yeah. So
I use them with workouts and whatnot. And
absolutely.
I just like the smell, like all the tree scents and whatnot. So
your cologne now. So basically, because we were using the products consistently in our life, before I knew it, I was just sharing because people noticed a difference in me. I'm 50 years old. And they noticed I had a vitality that I didn't used to have, and that they could see a difference physically and mentally in me, that something had changed. And people literally started asking me, what are you doing? What are you taking? What's going on with you guys? And so I just started sharing. And before I knew it, I had brought several people in. And so we joined in November 2015. I don't know if I said that already. So it's been right at 2 years, a little over 2 years. And it has been a joy for me. I'm a trainer.
But the business side, we didn't start till
No, not until
March,
about
maybe?
4 months in or so.
Yeah.
But I'm a human resources trainer at work, a chief warrant officer. So I train people. That's what I do. And so it just organically came, with
Natural to you.
yeah, natural to me that I'm like, hey, I don't have all the answers. Here's my resources. Here's the websites. Look for yourself. Find which products you need from Young Living. Every single one of us are different. We have different issues. So I started empowering and training other people, and I found that I just love this business. I love what it does to empower other people and train other people, and
even some of the things it stands for, like the money they give towards
the foundations
for human to fight human trafficking and whatnot. That's pretty awesome. So.
Right. Hope for Justice is the foundation that he's referring to. And what I found is, instead of waiting monthly to write a check or send money to that campaign, you can have it deducted straight out of your commission check. So I chose to do that because I feel like I want to stand beside a company that stands for justice. And Hope for Justice, when they partnered with them, it really struck a chord with me to end human trafficking and sex slaves. It just really touched my heart, and I thought, I'm going to give first to that. And then I got to be honest with you, the commission check allowed us to swap out our other products that we were purchasing online. We were always buying superior products, but we found Young Living was better. So my commission check actually pays for my order every month, which is amazing because I have 2 children, 2 grandchildren, 2 dogs. And so, we had a big need for supplements, and I fell in love with the food, the non-toxic green products that are healthy for the environment in our home. So the income, but I got to tell you, the thing that brings me to tears about this business is I was able to bring in some family and friends, of course, because I couldn't not share. And this is the last point I want to make. But
sorry, we had a weird message pop up on our phone. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, they now earn an income because I shared with them, and we were able to collaborate and raise them up as leaders. And now I think watching them, my daughter, my brother and sister-in-law, and my son, and good friends of mine earn that paycheck gives me more joy to know that even if I die tomorrow, I've left that legacy that will continue on in the future. And it's just so empowering to know that not only am I helping people get wellness and longevity now, the most out of life that they possibly can right now, but also that monetary benefit with a company that stands for something. So that's our story in a nutshell, why Young Living and why the business. And we hope that it encourages others that may have a super busy life like we do, and the hours that we work, and we still find a way to empower others and train. So nice talking to you guys, and just shout out if you have any questions at all, and I'll try and check back and answer any questions you may have. Thanks so much.